Hi, I'm Jacqueline Wibowo. I am a current senior studying public policy for my undergraduate degree and also completing my co-term in the Technology Engineering Management track of the ms&e Masters this year. I'd always had an interest in social entrepreneurship, and for my undergraduate degree, I studied public policy. With that degree, I learned a lot about how to create a socially responsible organization from an economic perspective. And from there, I wanted to learn more about the management and the technical side of founding a company, since I eventually want to be running my own company somewhere in the fields of education or in women's empowerment. The Technology Engineering Management program was the perfect track for that. In it, I've learned a lot of technical skills from taking classes like probability and optimization, but I'll also be learning a lot about building a company from the ground up through classes like global entrepreneurial marketing or product management. My research area of interest is, as I mentioned, social entrepreneurship. And I first got interested in it just actually starting in high school. I was always involved in a lot of service organizations. When I came here, I realized that there was a lot you could do by merging technology and social impact, and what you get is social entrepreneurship. I took a class with Kathleen Kelly-Janis, where I got to do a service learning project with the San Francisco Child Abuse Prevention Center, and it's now called Safe and Sound. So from there, I knew that I wanted to have social impact and tech mixed into whatever organization I want to found in the future. I was lucky enough to participate in a pageant, the Miss San Jose pageant with the Miss America program, and my specific platform is SheEOs, Women in Leadership. And it's motivated essentially by empowering young women at a very young age to help them build leadership skills and then creating a bridge for them into the real world to land their dream jobs. I'm also working with a couple organizations off campus just through the Miss America program, like Girl Scouts, the Miss CEO program, where I get to mentor girls on their leadership projects. The last thing I'm doing is working with two friends that I actually met in the ms&e co-term program on a women's empowerment initiative. Specifically, we are trying to help girls first get to college and then bridge them into the real world and provide them with the resources to get through college. I think some of the best resources in the department are really just obviously internal to ms&e. The Student Services Center with Lori Cottle and just some great people there work really well to just help you figure out your classes. They were able to help me plan a 4-year plan to finish both my undergrad and master's degree in 4 years. And I've also just been very humbled by the fact that professors are so willing to talk to any student. For me, that was Tom Kosnick. Given that he has such a strong network in Southeast Asia, which is a region I'm interested in, I was very lucky to be able to work with research programs that he had already under his belt, and I've learned a lot there. I'll be going to New York in September and starting on the investment team at Insight Venture Partners. And in terms of how I decided to get there, I kind of had a pretty circuitous path. I started my first internship in Singapore at a software startup called TradeGecko, and I had some experiences throughout the school year in venture capital. I knew from working at TradeGecko that I liked a smaller firm where I could get to know everyone and there was a really flat hierarchy. I knew from working in venture that I really like being in an investing seat, so in a decision-making seat of being able to make decisions and meet with entrepreneurs every single day. Working at Insight, my job will essentially be sourcing companies for Insight to invest in, and I'm very excited about that. Take advantage of all the resources that Stanford as a whole has to offer. I've been able to get a lot of projects funded and have been able to do a lot of internships that I wouldn't have been able to do without the support of Stanford. Get out there and try anything, even if they're things that you might not know you're interested in when you first come to Stanford. Just last spring break, I was able to go on a trip to India with a class, and I just decided to take that class on a whim, and it was one of the best experiences I've had at Stanford. So I really just get out there and try everything, even if it doesn't seem like a good fit at the beginning. Now, as a senior looking back, all the moments that I remember the most are just hanging out with friends, staying up really late and eating late night. So I think as a freshman, just have fun because things aren't hard yet. You have a lot of time to figure out the other things.